No.
Oh, you weren't involved in this? Okay.
No.
Well, Dad said that I can go to Paris with Isabel for spring break. And Isabel was like, how about we bring our moms? Would you want to do that?
When is it?
February 21st to 28th.
Let's look at the money.
It's not expensive. It's $500 for a round trip.
All right, let's figure it out. Maybe, yeah.
Okay. All right. Love you.
Love you. Bye. Good morning, everybody. Hi, Lauren. All right. Today we're talking about anxiety and stress through the holidays. How do we eat? How do we cook? How do we feel good? I'm so excited to do this with you guys. Hi, Mystical. Good morning. Yeah, I know. Izzy just hung up. She's like, Mom, you want to go to Paris with me and my roommate for spring break? I don't know where she thinks we get all our money from. I don't know. Wait, what do you have? Joined through the invite. Hi, BZ. Welcome. Hey, Gigi. Hey, Lackey. La Kitty. LA Kitty. Got it. Good morning. Let's do it. I'm in. I know, right? Let's have a girls' trip. Who wants to go to Paris? Hey, Kimye. I love my kid. She thinks we're gazillionaires, I guess. I don't know. She's adorable. I wouldn't have a side gig if I was a gazillionaire. Hey, Kaylee. Good morning. All right. Where did I put my notes for today? All right. So I think you're going to have all of our stuff today. All of your notes and recipes. Paris trip, Lauren, please. I don't know. I can't afford that, but. Oh, could you imagine the duck confit? You know what I like about duck? I do like duck sometimes. I like doing the little Merguez duck breasts. I like those, and I like when you get the confit when it's all shredded. I love that. I don't know. I'm not a fan of the duck fat skin. I don't know why. I just like the chicken fatty skin. I like that. But I don't know. Hi, June. All right, so last night, were you guys all there for last night? We're going to send all those recipes out today. I think, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know why I put my contacts in, but they're not working yet. Do you guys ever get that? 4 ground packages of lamb. How about a lamb shepherd's pie? I know, it was so fun, Renee. We had like over 400 people in there. I was like, what? I love that. More people eating organic food. Woo, woo. So tonight, remember, for the All Access Pass, we have our first webinar. I'm counting on Tyler to send everybody the link, but I'm going to check in with him today. Used to wear them, but my dry eye is horrible. Lauren, I got this stuff from my shop. I get that dry eye. And I didn't know if it was age or what. Wait, hold on. Let me see if I can find a little thing of it. Hold on. I have that. This. I got it. Found it. It's actually organic. Anything else? Wait, I got 4. Oh yeah. So ground beef. So then I make also with ground lamb. I make lamb patties. You could do like a lamb kibbeh. Like if you have skewers, you can make it with really small diced onion, coriander, cinnamon, salt, and kind of grind all that up, some fresh mint. You could do it as a meatball, but what I do is I take a skewer and I sort of wrap the ground lamb around that skewer. And then I know we missed you. It was a struggle getting 100K. It's so good. And then you make like a yogurt mint sauce to dip it in. Opa! Look, this is what I use for I I Iganics. It's an organic eye drop for dry eye. It's actually really good. You know what else you can use for dry eye? Okay, that's a winner. I want to know how it comes out. It's so good. You could put a little cumin. So like here's the amount I would do, and you're gonna have a lot if you use all 4 pounds of lamb. That's a lot. But if you were gonna do that, you could do Iganic. Yeah, it's a little pricey. I know in our store it's probably like $16 to $19, but it really helps. But if you have castor oil, the good castor oil, I take a cup, like a little shot glass, and I just go like this and let it sit in my eyes and put it all over my eyes, and it really helps. I go to sleep sometimes with like that. No, oh, 1 pound. Oh, okay, so that's fine. You're still gonna get a lot. So, okay, so the 1 pound, let me think for a second. That's gonna be, start with like a half a teaspoon of coriander, a quarter teaspoon of ground cinnamon, and I like the sweeter one, the Vietnamese, and then like an eighth of a teaspoon. Is boric acid bad anymore? I have no comment about boric acid. I don't know. It sounds scary, but I can't tell you. Yeah, I love this. I have bottles everywhere. I have them on my desk and both my handbags. I have them everywhere. I love them. And then, and then the last thing is like an eighth of a teaspoon of ground cumin. Sorry, Mystical. So you got that? Start there. So it's like what did I say? Half a teaspoon, quarter teaspoon, and then like an eighth of a teaspoon. Start there and then add. Because once you put it in, you can't change that, so go slow. Toxic to cats is all I know. Yeah, I don't know about boric acid. Let me ask my research thing that I'm making here. Maybe that will help us. All right, so let's chat. Let's chat about anxiety. Is this my thing? Here's my little packet of stuff. Yes. So it's old school. Oh my God, my mouth is watering. Right, and then for a dip, you can chop up mint in that also. And then if you want to dip it in something, get like a good Greek yogurt. Hey, don't if you guys are watching, Chobani just got hit with a bunch of lawsuits. Be careful. Hormone disrupting ingredients. So easy on the Chobani. Not sure if it's true or not, but stay away till we find out what's true. Okay? I don't have a good answer yet. But so here's my key anxiety. So we're going to go over foods. There's really nothing to cook, but I can talk you through some recipes. So if you want to take notes, you can do that. And of course, this will be in the kitchen pharmacy part of the recipe vault later today. He already has it. I think I want to add one thing because I didn't add it, but I want to talk about sugar for 1 minute and anxiety. Because what's the relationship of sugar to anxiety? Also, dairy. If you have a dairy sensitivity, that can wreak havoc on anxiety, believe it or not. So I want to touch on those two things. And then, hey, Luann, and then I want to go through this little packet and chat about this and really sort of get into a few things. So sugar and dairy pertaining to anxiety. I noticed early on in my life that dairy for me, yes, dairy for me triggers. I'm I wasn't a big sugar eater. I was more a bread eater, which obviously converts to sugar. So I got it that way. But when we talk about sugar and anxiety, you get, that's where your blood sugar comes, right? The higher sugar intake that is associated with, a higher anxiety level. And that's because sudden spikes and crashes in your blood sugar from sweets. Yeah, I can't eat any more Mystical. I think that's why I know that's why I dropped so much weight, I guess, because I couldn't anymore. I couldn't anymore. I couldn't eat bread any longer. And I used to love, like, my go-to snack was like apples, bread, and cheese. Now I can only eat the apples. It sucks. So sudden spikes, right? Also sugar actually will, poke your stress receptors. So keep that in mind. Um, the stress response, right? So in your brain. So over time, you can increase a low grade inflammation, and that disrupts, again, that gut brain. I use mini fruit. All right, that sounds good. That gut brain access, right? So people that experience anxiety symptoms from like low blood sugar, these resolve quickly after you eat, like that hangry thing. That's a little different than spiking your blood sugar, dropping it, spiking, dropping, spiking, dropping, from eating junk and sweets. So what you want to do to counteract that is like a high fiber, more complex fiber rich carbohydrates like whole grains. That will help balance the blood sugar. Now remember what I say about all the time, what I say about beat bacteria, right? The GI. Yes, Lauren. I was going to get to that. Your neurotransmitters are so affected by what's going on in your gut, for sure. I feel like that's the one place it all happens. No, don't be sorry. I love that because I'll forget. It's in my notes, but I forget, and I'm reading them from my computer notes. So I'm like, it's easier for me because I forget. It's in your head, but when you're teaching a class, it's a little bit different. So I know what I was saying. So remember what I say, people go, oh, it's cold and flu season. It's also high stress season. Keep in mind that is such a real thing, right? Here comes Halloween. Everybody's picking on Halloween candy. It's always crappy candy. Nobody's spending the money for organic, clean candy. I'm very well researched on the GI. So if you need me, I'm in. Put it in there. I think I really have to do, after the holidays in January, I think I want to do a whole month on gut, because I know we touched on it for one thing, but there's so much. Maybe I'll have you as my guest I want to wait till we have like 50 pass holders and then start bringing in all my guests. It really is, because people don't understand. So think about this for a second, guys. Cold and flu season is bullshit. It's sugar season. Sugar season. You eat too much sugar. Your body's crashing high. It's like, and then you crash. And then you have anxiety. And I want to tell you, if you really think about this for a second, that could last for up to 3 days. That's my experience, right? When you try and take sugar out of your body, it takes like 4 days for it to psychologically cycle through your brain and your body. So if you keep feeding the sugar, and your blood sugar goes up and it crashes, up and crashes, you're never getting out of that cycle. So you think that you're depressed, your kids, think about our teenagers, high schoolers. This is the time. And then they connect it. They're eating French fries, so you're getting shitty carbs. It's a vicious cycle. And then all of a sudden, everybody's immune system drops. A bug comes in the school. Everybody's wiped out. The whole family's wiped out. It is not cold and flu season. It is sugar season. Spicy chef is here. I wish people could hear that more and more. Think about that. That's my next t-shirt. It's sugar season, not cold and flu season. And that's what really happens to us. So it's that vicious cycle. And on top of getting sick, because your immune system is broken down, you're also fighting, like Lauren was saying, gut bacteria. You're feeding, the sugar feeds the gut bacteria, that goes up. Your and right, cold, darker, no sunshine. I mean, we get beat up here for sure in the Northeast because the weather gets colder and it gets obviously darker everywhere, but think about that. So it's not cold and flu season. It is sugar season, and it doesn't end till January. And then everybody wakes up and goes, oh my God, I ate so much shit. Let me get in the gym. Let me go on a diet. Let me do my New Year's resolution. Hey, cut the sugar out. Eat cleaner. And listen, I'm all in. I'm sitting right next to you at the table. I'm eating organic desserts. Maybe that's what we need to do. Nobody talked about that. I don't make pies. I suck at making pies. But maybe I'm going to give you, like, you got the coconut rice pudding. We did those nice brownies. I know it's not, pumpkin pie and stuff, but I've also done for you guys the pumpkin mousse with chia and, maple sugar. If you can switch to those desserts for Thanksgiving, yeah. Okay. Mystical's ready for dessert. All right. I will fit that in for sure. Okay. I'm writing it on my list from last night. I'm going to fit it in. If we don't, I'm going to try and get mini videos done too, so that if we don't do it live, you'll have mini videos. All right. Because I feel like I need to get some mini videos out. So you guys see that connection, right? Of sugar with anxiety. You get your sugar crashes. Now, research on dairy. I noticed that that's very mixed, and I think it comes from people who are sensitive or lactose intolerant. You get more anxiety. I know for me, it triggered an anger response. Pumpkin tarts. I've never made that. I'd like to try that. I'd also like to show you guys a beautiful poached pear with like a puff dough in maple sugar and vanilla. Let me put that down. Sounds so good. Okay. My whole Thanksgiving this year is so different. It's all clean eating. Mystical, I don't think that's bad. Your family's going to feel better, I'm all in on the pear. I knew you would be, Robin. So I find individuals that are sensitive to dairy, I got the anger component. I can't eat dairy. I'm a blood type AB. I eat it. I love it. Can't get away from it. I'm not giving that up as much. Although I have given up a lot. I think the most dairy I eat right now is like a ricotta brandy, coconut sugar. I'm not a fan, Lauren, so much of agave. I have to tell you, I have mixed feelings about agave. I hear a lot of, and read a lot from like Green Med Info. Thank you. Yeah, we need heart me's today. Oh, I don't think I'm allowed to ask for that. So if you love your creators, heart me's are the start of that. In the meantime, repost, share, and tap away. Tapping is sharing or loving or clapping. Hi, Ruby. Thank you so much. So keep that in mind. Those also, if you are sensitive to dairy, you're also messing with your gut, right? If you have candida and your gut bacteria gets out of balance, that hits your the brain gut axis, and then your neurotransmitters get whacked. So there's your anxiety, there's your depression. So please keep that in mind. Don't underestimate the sugar. And, help your teenager, help your younger kids. It's fructose, but Lauren, I wonder, is it the raw agave? Because the over-processed agave, I find used to affect me worse than like regular white sugar. Am I dreaming that, or I think there's something to be said what type of agave. Like I like if I'm going to use agave, use the raw blue. Yeah, exactly. You're right. Right, the raw one. Raw organic blue agave, something like that. I don't just go and buy any type of agave if you're going to use that. And I don't know, don't you think honey is better if you get real honey? Hi Azul, welcome. Those are some of the things that I really love to talk about in terms of anxiety and depression. Now, could sugar I think can yeah, raw honey for sure. And make sure if you can get a local honey, even better, because then you know honey spikes your sugar, amount is key. Yes, I agree. Yeah, I guess I could see, I'm not a big honey fan, but if I'm going to eat honey, it's raw and it's local. Like I'll get my honey from the Hudson Valley Farmers Market. I think that's the best way to get honey because most of the honey out there right now isn't real honey, right? It's mixed, it's got stuff in it because bees are becoming more and more scarce, right? Yeah, Manuka, for sure. That's the way. That's the when I'm not feeling good, I use the Manuka. So watch your sugar intake. If you can control that this season, see if it makes a difference. I know it's hard for our kids because they want to do the parties and go out and they want to eat like their friends. Has her own bees. Yeah, that's where I'm going to scoop my honey. We have a club here in our town, I believe, where if you put a beehive in, they'll tend to it and they'll either take half the honey or give you some of the honey or something, but they'll come and tend to it, which I think is wonderful. I love that. All right, so let's see what's next on this. So you guys kind of get the gist of the connection of everybody understand that. How do you balance sugar if you're going to eat the sugar? The way that you balance that is the other food that you're eating, right? So the other food you're eating, as in salmon, right, are high fatty fishes that are omega-3, vitamin D. It wouldn't hurt right now. For me, I can only speak for me because I am not a doctor, a dietitian, or an RD. I up my D vitamins. We are small and mighty. Yes, we are. Tap away. We want to get to 150,000 likes today. Berries, oranges, they have a high antioxidant level, vitamin C. Leafy greens have magnesium. It wouldn't hurt to supplement. For me in the winter, fiber bound. Yep, I'm just getting to that. High fiber. That's my next. Is it my next one? Well, whole grains, a little bit better. Complex carbs. High fiber. Your winter squashes, really good for complex carbs. They really steady the blood sugar. It doesn't hurt to enjoy like 1 cup in the middle of the day. Black beans and short grain brown rice with some sliced avocado. If you need to put a little sour cream or you use a little yogurt, great snack. Add some broccoli to that. It is a great high fiber to keep your blood sugar level. If you're going to go out and party, you're going to have Halloween parties this weekend, spend the day eating complex carbs, low glycemic foods so that I'm going to put that up for you guys. I'm going to post that. I'm writing notes. Weird, right? I don't know how weird that is. It makes sense. Try D-mannose powder. Have you ever tried D-mannose? D-mannose. If you're prone to UTIs, that D-mannose kind of flushes the urinary tract out, keeps you really healthy. For Halloween to give out, oh, are you that house, Mystical? Okay, Lawrence got the numbers from our dietitian, our resident dietitian, 25 grams protein, yep, 30 to 60 grams of complex carbs, and 3 to 6 fiber with balanced sugar over time, yeah. Are grapes just full of sugar and not that healthy for you? I think grapes are better than M&Ms, Christy. How about that? So eat them. If your body's craving grapes, eat them. It's better. I can't imagine you're going to eat enough grapes. Yeah, I don't think you're going to eat, because if you, girl, if you, well, tell them the organic food movement said you're getting toothbrushes. Remember the house that gave you a penny or a nickel? Remember that house? It was always the creep house. Nobody wanted it. Nobody wanted to go there. Now I would be that person. Just saying. We don't get any trick-or-treaters, so what was that called? I can't find it. D-Manos. Can somebody put that in the chat? It's called D-Manos powder. I don't think I'm allowed to put stuff in the chat, am I? I don't think so. Yeah, if you are, if it's D-M-A-N-N-O-S-E. Yep, it's great. Yes, you are. Good. Yeah, it's excellent. If you are prone to UTIs, that's the one. Christy, grapes have more fructose than citrus, but but in moderation will sustain blood sugar. Yeah, I mean, Lauren, don't you agree though? Like, if somebody's eating grapes, it's better than shitty candy or Fruit Loops. I mean, I'd rather see somebody eat that. Should you only take it daily? What, the D-Manos? Follow what it says on the label, because I can't say that here, Tammy, but if you are prone, you will see a big difference. And obviously everybody knows like the cranberry pills, those work also, but D-Manos is I think even better for UTIs, especially if you are prone to that. Lauren, yeah, we're talking about UTIs and D-Manos. Tammy's asking, should you take it daily? Not for me, the tablets. The you're talking about the tablets of the cranberry pills? Or D-Manos comes where to purchase. So you can buy, I would not buy vitamins. What is a good late night snack choice? I know it's not good to eat late. If you're going to eat late, you want to do something that's going to sustain your blood sugar or a protein, I think, personally. Tuna is great, I think. I mean, I'd be careful with Amazon. What's the company that you're finding? I personally like, I have heard from many, thank you. I have heard from many, not many, a few of my practitioners that I go to. They always tell me don't buy from Amazon because you don't know how they're storing the vitamins. Temperature changing, all of those things. It's not the best place. So hold on. Let me find the Vitamin Shop is good. You can buy online. What is the one that I use? Vitacost, Vitacost. Vitacost is another good place, and one of them is called something that has all the good vitamins. Let me see, let's say Pure Encapsulations. I keep telling my company we should be buying professionalsupplementcenter.com, Vitamin World. I'd have to see the brand that you're looking at. Oh, what is the name of the vitamin company I use all the time? Hold, please. Let me look it up in my email. Professional supplements. It's something. And I like the powder. I mean, it's very sweet. So Now Vitamin sells a great D-Manos. Vitacost, Professional, Target, Walmart, all those places. Yuck. Oh, iHerb, HERB. Huh. Where's that great company? I don't see it in here. It's not coming up. Help me out, Lauren. iHerb is good. Yes, Shannon. I just saw that. But there's another one. Try iHerb. That's good. Wow. My goodness. Amazon is controlling the search here. That's sad. It's going to be fine. As long as you're not buying direct from Amazon, I think it's better. All right. So let's go back. You know, if you really, it's Vitamin Worlds by iHerb, something like that. Okay, good. But it's on Amazon. You know what? Just get it. You'll be fine. It'll be fine. Don't worry. I don't want to freak you out. Get it. D-Manos is wonderful if you're prone. I did. Good. It's June. It's not bad, but what I have heard from the practitioners that I go to is that you don't know how long or how Amazon stores their supplements, and I think they cut such a high. They take so much money from the vitamin companies that it really hurts them. And, you know, it affects business just like everything else to buy. And listen, I'm guilty of it too. I just don't buy vitamins, in my humble opinion. Where did you send it? Brand of multivitamins for me, Mega Foods, any plant-based organic vitamin to me is great. Mega Foods has a great one. I love that one. I usually make sure that I purchase from an official shop on Amazon, not their warehouse. That's great. Seeking a health website. So the health website that I use for all of my research, Tammy, is Green Med Info. It is really by far, hands down, the most comprehensive, peer-reviewed, clinical trial tested website. Sanjay has compiled the most scientific research on health that you can find. It's geared more for professionals, but I am sure if you're seeking that out, you are going to be fine. You know, some of the studies, you know, when you read a study, it's a little bit hard, but his articles are peer-reviewed backed, meaning there's research behind what he says and how he writes. So for me, that's really important. Another good website is Dr. Mercola, but he sells a lot of products. His vitamins are fabulous. However, he's one of those guys that I feel like he's all or nothing. And I find that gets people in trouble, because if you are an all or nothing person and you're watching someone that's saying, if you don't do this, blah, 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 and you're, twitching, Green Med, GREEN, the color, Med, MED, Green Med Info, info.com. If you are listening to him and you feel like you're not, you can't do it the way he wants you to, you'll give up. And I'm sort of I come from a space of all or nothing, any vitamin D works. I think with that K thing, the K2 or K3, whatever that is, vitamin D3 and K2, is that it? I like that. I'm with you. Yeah, I feel like we don't need that in our lives. I think that's why some of us get to where we are in terms of anxiety and stress and feeling not good, so I don't like that. Oh, okay. I don't know that person. I'm going to write it down. Yeah, I want primary source literature. Green Med Info is the place. So if you are looking for good information, and his blogs, his research and his, the papers that he puts out or the blogs that he puts out, I don't know what else you would call them, are backed by research. And that's what I love. Yeah, it's great. I actually have a professional subscription. So when I'm helping people with my calls, like when you do a one-on-one call with me, if you have an issue or something's going on with you, I add all of that, all the different things that are going on with somebody. I add that in and I get a report out of supplements, food, all these kinds of things. It's a little pricey, but it works, and it's very helpful because it just helps me understand the person's being. But if you are struggling, those one-on-one calls, I create from there. I do blood type. I kind of create menu recipes specific to the person in front of me, and I use Green Med Info a lot for research. Dr. Lynch. All right, I'll check him out too. Really good source. That's awesome. All right, so let's go. Berries and oranges. Bananas have B vitamins and obviously magnesium. Magnesium, don't underestimate magnesium. I was telling you guys a story last night. My mom, 87, literally called me hysterical crying, and she's not a crier, not a complainer. She just keeps running. I mean, that woman has had cancer 4 times. And I said, Ma, you can either lay in bed and wait to die, or you can book 4 trips, because she's 87, right? So when she was like 82, I think was the last time she got Dirty Jeans, MTHFR. Oh, okay. I'll check them out. And I said, Mom, you need magnesium. You're taking, all those prescription drugs. They are maybe not leaching, but it's connected to, could be a help, and it kind of drains or changes magnesium in your body. So you've got to take magnesium. Complaining, that's not it. I'm going to go to a pain doctor. I'm like, all they're doing is injecting pain med into your disc. That's not helping you. They're not getting the problem. Glycinate. Yep, Christy, she took it. And she called me yesterday. She was on her way to a bowling. Her friends from bowling were having a Halloween party. And she said, it's a in her little Brooklyn voice, it's a miracle. I had a miracle. I said, no, you finally listened to your daughter. I do know a thing or two. Good morning, Mrs. Stay Happy. So don't underestimate. I love that woman, Robin. I mean, really, she is something. I would take magnesium at night. Yeah, you get a good night's sleep. I'm at the vet with my kitty cat. Aww. Michelle, magnesium is fabulous. Don't underestimate it. All the recipes with me uploaded when I get off work, if anyone asks. Okay, you got it. Yep. So tonight, all of the recipes that you're missing are going to go up. Magnesium, I mean, I think I have to look at my label. Magnesium. I would get, oh my God, that is terrible. Dr. Mercola has a great one, but which one do I use? Now has a good one. I think I actually use Nordic Natural, if that's possible. I got to look at the label. Mine is a blue label. It's upstairs. I don't want to leave you because now, yes, I use the magnesium complex from Nordic Natural. Yep, that's the one I use. Let me see if I can show you from my other phone. VitaminPro.com has it for like $18. You're welcome. It's fabulous. My mom, she could not walk. She was crying hysterically. She's taking magnesium. In a day, it completely changed her. You really think that supplements can help spasticity? What do you mean? Spasticity. What do you mean? Gail, tell me more. I think if you get good supplements, and I'm not talking about the supplements you buy at Costco or BJ's or big box stores, I'm talking about good brand supplements. I got to give you that. Oh my God, I have so much work to do. Supplement brands. So I'm talking Thorne, Nordic Natural. If somebody can write these in the chat for me when I say them, that would be awesome. So Thorne, Thorne, Designs for Health. Right. That's why I take the complex. It does them all. Oh, Gail, it might. So what's happening is your hips are seizing. You might feel like, I don't know how old you are, if you're 50 plus or 45 plus, or you're in menopause, perimenopause, your hips, I don't know why, but our hips and our back start to get affected. You need to open your hips and do hip stretches. Don't underestimate 63. Yeah, so you might really feel better taking a magnesium supplement. You might feel that tightness in your legs. Make sure that tightness or that heaviness in your legs, remember, and I'm not trying to scare you because I'm not a doctor, you might want to just get that checked out. But stretching is going to help. I'm not talking about, at our age, hard, really smashing your legs. A good, nice walk is better than running, jogging, all of that. Some lightweight exercise, awesome to keep your muscles, everything. Yeah, thank you, Lamb Chop. That impact aerobic stuff doesn't really help us. It just stresses us more now. But, you got to move your hips. And magnesium might help a little bit. You don't want to have heaviness in your legs. But that tightness in your hips and back, magnesium really might help. Designs for Health, perfect. Nordic Natural, Nordic Natural. Pure Encapsulations. Claire Labs, excellent for probiotics. Pure Encapsulations. Metagenics, excellent. But you're in a chair. You have MS. I don't know Seeking Health. You've talked to me about them a few times. Gail, did you sign up for a one-on-one with me for food? I forget. In a wheelchair. I kind of figured that's what you meant. Can you stand and stretch a little bit? Or I don't know. Is that okay for you to do? Are you able to do that? Do you go to PT? Pure Encapsulations, food, what's the one? Mega Foods. It might help. Oh, right. That's what you told me. Yeah, I got to check them out because I take for my MTFR, I'll tell you what I take. These are my vitamins that I take all the time. 5-MTHF, I take biotin. Methylated B12, I take L-theanine. I take something for my adrenals called Atarest. And who makes that? I think that's Metagenics. If you guys if you're prone to high stress, I love this product. I love this vitamin. PT said I have to go to rehab. I've been sitting 8 years. I mean, Gal, that might be the one thing. Garden of Life. Lauren, they recently sold. Hey, Bridge. They recently sold maybe a year or two ago, and I'm completely on the fence, and I'm so mad at Garden of Life because they stopped Wobezyme. So I'm mad at them. I don't want to promote them. Here, at a rest. I love this product. If you have high stress or you think your adrenals are a mess, I love this product. It is so good. And for me, I have, high stress, so when I take that, I'm in a great space. What else? I want to see what else. I know I'm missing some. Oh, Vital Nutrients. Cortisol Manager. Yeah, Integrative Therapeutics, that's a good company too. Metagenics. What's the one that I just said before? Mega Foods, Vital Nutrients. Though these are the companies you want to buy your vitamins from because they're real, they're good. Now, NOW, excellent company. I believe they are still privately owned. What does it do for adrenals? Mine are pumping too much epinephrine into my blood. Ooh. Lauren, you got an answer for that? Dizzy Broad stumped me. Vimergy good? That's what I use. I have never heard of that company. Are they like one of those like that people sell them like it's like not multi-level marketing, but Vimergy, let me see. We can save ourselves. Oh, I know this company. I'm looking them up right now. Oh, no, exclamation point, guy. Incognito, I love anything that supports the adrenals. For any of us that are living in this moment in time that are 55 plus, and again, I am not a doctor. I am not prescribing. I am not treating, curing, or anything, blah, blah, blah. I'm simply chatting about things that have helped me in my life. I have been supporting my adrenal glands for a very long time. I'm a trauma survivor. I'm medical medium. Oh, perfect. I mean, I love medical medium, Roseanne. I love him. I think anytime the establishment crazies say don't do it, I want to know what they're doing because, yeah, I can, yes, I could send out the list. I'll put it in the Stan store as a free download. I'll make it now while we're sitting here. That would be the best way for me to do it. Will that work for you? And I'll put logos there so you can see it. Yeah, I mean, so for those of you that are here for the first time, let me do a quick commercial break for you guys. My name is Chef Liz. I have been cooking and self-educating. Do you put your cooking videos on YouTube? Yes. Every full-on cooking video is on YT. I think I have over 1,000 videos on there. And we have the full 2 and 3 hour videos, so you can find them there. So please watch them. I mean, and you can, fast forward. Roseanne, you're welcome. I'm drinking Rise coffee with Chuvani Collagen and Laird and Thorn, yep. Yes, great product. All right, so let me give you a quick commercial break. So I've been studying food and healing. I studied with Anne-Marie Colbin for cooking. I went to a vegan cooking school, and I've been cooking since 1982, professionally since 1984. So over 40 years, I've been studying food and healing. I work at Nature's Temptations in Ridgefield, Connecticut. It's a health food store, and I am responsible for all perishables, meats, produce, and obviously prepared food department. We do all our soups, everything from scratch. I mean, I have canned organic beans. That's about it. And sauces, tomato sauce. We make all our dressings. All it's just a really beautiful, unique place to buy food, and I take you there on some of my lives. I will go live from the shop, but I have spent my life studying the relationship to food and healing. I have a bookshelf behind me. I don't know if you can see it, but I've read every one of those books. You can see it now. I have read every one of those books a multitude of times. What's the matter, buddy? And I just wanted to give back. I wanted to teach what I know. So 13 months ago, I started going live on TikTok. I've met some wonderful friends on here now, and we are building a community to move our diets and our health and our lives, take back our control, and really learn how to eat organic, clean food. So I teach you recipes, comfort food, food you love. How do you get that? Or like last night we made a green bean casserole, and I showed you 2 ways so that you're not buying it out of a can. You can make it. If you buy the Thanksgiving survival guide that I have in my stand store, we are sending out the that recipe along with it. So you get all of that. It's like $10 right now. And so there's a lot of places you can find us. All of my replays are on YT. You can join our community on Book a Face. There's like 900 of us, and it's a great place to like post pictures of things you cook, meet all of my moderators in there and from TikTok, and we're all in there kind of supporting each other in this journey. And then also we have the stand store, and it takes you to our merch. We have aprons and t-shirts, all organic. We have a cookbook. My soup cookbook is out, 28 different soups. I don't know. There's so much information. There's a free download. My premium pantry makeover is on Stan. So if you click the link in my bio, you can go shopping. And I believe, and we all know, repetition is the mother of learning. So it's a great place to stay connected. I have a recipe vault in there that's $5 a month. There's my cookbook. There's a cleanse guide in there where you can, it's 240 pages of how to cleanse your body, all different ways. There's even a quiz in that book to decide what's the best cleanse for you. Hey, Dylan. So, I mean, it's just an incredible resource for you to stay connected. Oh, and the vital shots too. There's a worksheet, a free downloadable worksheet that you can go dig through YT and my profile page, where you can find the recipes to 36 little 2-ounce shots, and they're all sort of categorized for you for immunity and brain health, all that kind of stuff. So it's wonderful. That's free. So, and there's even a Big Mac recipe you can download for free. So jump in there. And if you love everything I'm talking about, you can get the all access pass right now for less than $1 a day, and it's for 14 months. Starts now, you get 2 months, and then it goes all the way to December 2026. And it's less than $1 a day. I think it comes to $3.97. So you got a lot of good information there. So let's get back to our anxiety. Oh, and yeah, all of my kitchen pharmacies, there's over, I think we're close to 40 different kitchen pharmacy little booklets are also in the recipe vault. All right, so pumpkin seeds, nuts, and all seeds, zinc and magnesium, really important. Zinc supports the immune system, and magnesium, I mean, I think magnesium is really like a multivitamin at this point for our age group, Whole grains are really going to give you the fiber that you need to sort of balance that sugar crazy time of year. And it's really going to keep your blood sugar nice and level, which is also going to support anxiety and depression, right? When you have those blood sugar imbalances, that's where you get yourself into trouble. Don't underestimate it. Also people who are deficient in your B vitamins and D vitamins also suffer from depression. And I'm sure that Lauren will agree with that. Also, turkey and eggs, tryptophan. That amino acid supports serotonin production. So it's going to support your neurotransmitters, right? It's going to relax you. Also, lemon balm tea. Wonderful kind of nerve tonic to calm you down. Have a nice cup of tea. Fermented foods, keep your gut brain axis support. Those are really important. B vitamins, bananas, yeah. B complex, B12. If you are vegan or vegetarian and you're not eating tempeh, you're going to need a B complex because you're not getting your B12 vitamins anywhere. So make sure you do that. Anti-anxiety spices and herbs. Cook with turmeric. It's anti-inflammatory. It supports your neurotransmitter balance. Saffron is a mood enhancer. It promotes serotonin. Hi, Evie. How are you? I'm making you a Mexican hot dog video. It's coming. I'm gonna tag you. Frosted frog. Saffron is amazing. Some kids and adults and teenagers are trying that saffron supplement. I showed it to you guys a few months ago. It's really good. I know. I'm going to tag you when I make it. It's coming out this week. I have a bunch of videos I'm making today for people that have asked me a bunch of questions. And I know the other night when I was on and you were talking about your Mexican hot dog, I was like, uh-oh, I got to make that for her. So you want to look at cinnamon, right? Ceylon cinnamon, Ceylon. Put that on everything. It helps balance your blood sugar. What is that crazy thing? I never saw that before. Thank you for my diamond gun. Thank you. That was very nice. Thank you. And then cardamom, it promotes relaxation. That is really important. We're talking about today, if you're just joining us for the first time, anxiety and stress reducing for the holidays. What are we eating? And like I said before, I don't think it's cold and flu season. I think it's sugar season. Always remember that. Implant that in your beautiful brains. Thank you for my heart, me. Morning sweets. It is not cold and flu. It is sugar season. Think about it. This week's Halloween. How many people are nibbling on Halloween candy and you had to buy extra bags because you went through it? I don't buy it anymore because I don't have anybody trick-or-treating by my house. We're up in the woods, so nobody comes up here. But keep that in mind, right? You're eating all that sugar. Your blood sugar's going wonko. That breaks down your immune system. You start to feel sad and depressed. Your anxiety kicks in, and now, boom, you get a cold. You get the flu. Your kid comes home with a bug, runny nose. Everybody in the house is sick. That's why you get cold and flu. It starts with the sugar. Then you have Thanksgiving. Now you have holiday parties. Then you have New Year's Eve. And then, all of a sudden we've all been sick. And now the New Year's resolution is, I'm getting healthy. I'm working out. I'm doing this. You got the damn flu right now. Well, I mean, ginger tea, lemon balm tea, zinc lozenges, chicken soup. I make I'll make chicken broth, mullein tea, great for your airways for sure. So keep those things in mind. Very important. Nutmeg, it supports better sleep, believe it or not. Holy basil and tulsi is an adaptogenic herb for stress, also helpful. And what's the one everybody loves? Ashwagandha. Be careful though. Some people feel like if they use it long term, they sort of get numb. So watch out for that. Okay. Also, if you're going to take a saffron supplement, be careful with that also. I notice you got to stay on it. If you don't, those feelings of stress and comes sort of like you get a rush back. But if you're going to take it, take it. Test it though. Take it for a week, come off it for 2 days, and see if you get that rush of feelings back. If you do, you either have to commit to being on it forever or, not being on it at all. Hold on, my crew is talking to me. Oil of oregano is fabulous. You can spray that in your throat. You can take it. Sometimes with flu, it's so strong it might make you feel a little yucky. What is it? Starve a cold, feed a fever. Oh, what I was saying is chicken broth with maybe a little rice in it is kind of nice. A little cabbage cooked in there. It's kind of nice. But just that broth, sipping on the broth is really nice. Hold on. Sorry, guys. My crew is reaching out to me. Hi, Glenn. Thanks for the follow. Oddly, my temp has been 96 degrees. Very strange. Maybe it's not the flu. Did you get tested? Did you get actually tested for the flu? I have something that works really well. You guys ready? This is old school. Take socks, wool socks, get them wet, wring them out, put them in the freezer. Let them sit in the freezer for an hour. Negative for C19, but that's it. Yeah, All right, hold on. Hold on. I'm so sorry, guys. One of my guys is... Okay, gotcha. Oh, Robin, what is that? Oh, look, Robin sent me these grape flowers. Aren't they cute? All right, so I'm not sure what that means, Meg. The way I like grapes. I love those little grapes. They're like little flowers. They're so cute. Do you freeze them that way or you eat them regular? Like a regular grape? I love that. So cute. So, so I take those socks and then I cut an onion. I slice an onion. I know this sounds crazy, but then I put the onion on the bottom of my feet and put the frozen socks on. It draws the fever out. Unless your fever's like 103, 104, and you're really getting crazy, please don't take anything to stop your fever if you don't have to. Sleep the fever through. That's your body sort of purging you. It's also good. I know what I did this with my daughter when she was little. If she was running a fever of like 101 or something, I would put her in a warm bath and then wrap her in a towel. I would watch her very carefully. Again, this is me. I'm not telling you to do that because I'm not a doctor. I am just talking about my experience. I would wrap her in a towel and just hold her, and she would sweat the fever out instead of giving them any fever reducer. Maybe belladonna I would give her, a homeopathic. That's about it. So keep those things in mind, right? Cooking techniques for stress relief. Choose a simple recipe. Avoid decision fatigue. Dark chocolate, yes, I forgot to mention that. Polyphenols and magnesium. A good 70% or higher dark chocolate is wonderful. Very good. And, your body won't eat a ton of it. It will, 1 or 2 pieces. Humphrey pellets, too, when they're younger. I've never heard of that. I never heard of a Humphrey pellet. Is that like a homeopathic? I am running through my pages here. We only got that's cool. I have to look that up. All right, now, recipe ideas. Salmon with turmeric and vegetables. Maybe a little quinoa. Blueberry banana smoothie with seeds like a flax seed or a chia seed. Those things are going to kind of keep you steady. Do a stir fry with chicken and broccoli, ginger and garlic, add a little turmeric, coconut aminos. Thank you for my beautiful masquerade. I love that. Oatmeal with blueberries. So awesome. So awesome. And there's organic blueberries out there that organic blueberries, organic little packets of oatmeal. You can use those. They're awesome. The ones that we grew up with. Put a little maple sugar if you need it, and blueberries, chia seeds, put a little almond milk, coconut milk, something that's going to make you feel better. Those things are all going to help. I know we've done Greek yogurt. Don't eat Chobani right now. I'm watching the lawsuits, trying to find out what the deal is. I mean, they've always, for a long time, have had a bad rap, but now it's coming out. So, switch to an organic, a local Greek yogurt, plain, no sugar. I think planning sometimes will help. Like if you're really in a space where, you just can't decide what to eat. I know one of the things that Anne-Marie Colbin, who was my mentor in sort of this space, and I went to her cooking school, one of her first classes that she taught, she was like, okay, class, close your eyes. Everybody close your eyes. So we were all sitting there with our eyes closed, and she goes, what is the first food that pops in your head? And, everybody was saying all different things. And the thing that had been vegan for 7 years. So, I in my mind, I got, hey, CK, how's it going? In my mind, I got, a burger and a beer. I was in New York City. The school was in New York City. And I was like, holy crap, I want a burger. So she goes, listen, if you are craving that, you're either eating too much of something or too little of something, or that's what you really want. You have to figure that out. And she was talking about expansive and contractive, which we've talked about many times here. And so like if you're craving a beef, meat, that's very contractive. So that means you're eating too much, or you're eating too much sugar or too much protein. So you want to come to the middle, right? So the idea is that you want to eat whole grains and maybe go to seafood like a salmon or a codfish and vegetables. That's going to sort of bring you back to balance, right? That's sort of the idea of that. And that night I went out and I ate a burger for the first time in 7 years. And it was the best burger I ever ate in my life. I was singing and happy and like, wee, it was so good. So, don't underestimate kind of slowing yourself down and thinking about things. And I think part of that anxiety around the holidays and cooking is this idea that we have to make some big, impressive, unbelievable, knock it out of the park meal. And that anxiety of that is so deep and so crazy that you're like, oh my God, filet mignon and salad. See, Lexi, what have you been eating prior? Are you eating a lot of sugar right now? Are you eating vegetarian food? What are you in that space of, if you don't mind me asking? It just could be that you need more protein in your diet. Maybe you've been vegetarian and you're not getting enough protein. Chicken, lots of chicken. Yeah, so you need some B vitamins, B12 maybe, I don't know. Maybe you're missing it. Go out and get a good piece. Good morning, John. Go out and get a nice piece of filet mignon. Thousand Hills has it prepackaged. It's regenerative agriculture. Sear that sucker. Eat some good broccoli, organic broccoli, and enjoy it. That's how I see it. We have too many rules, and I think that's what gets us stressed out. There's just too many rules. Rice, carrots, I was just told my B12 is low. There you go. There's a little bit of intuitiveness when you start to learn about food and you hear, that intuitiveness comes from, understanding how food works in the body, right? How does food affect us? And what we eat, you are what you eat absolutely rings true, right? In terms of vitamins, stress, You're on a prescription for vitamin D? What does that mean? You're getting a pharmaceutical version of vitamin D? I need to know more. Can you send me that? Like, can you email me what it is? Bye, Lauren. Hey, Bridge. You have that too? I don't know how I feel about that. Is that good, Lauren? Once a week for a month, 50,000 units 2 times a week. Hey, can you keep us? Darish, don't start, sir. I don't know what to say about it. Because I'm not a doctor. I don't know. It can build up, and no, I don't like it. Oh. So this is how I take vitamin D. I take 30,000 or 1 time a month. Okay. So the way that I take vitamin D, they gave it to me because my levels were too low. Okay. So this is how I take it. To be blunt, I guess. I know I got to be careful though, Lauren. I don't want to get, because I got a violation and misinformation. I don't want to do that. So don't start the moonlight. Come on, stay with us. Stay in a good space, okay? I haven't seen you in a long time. I'm happy you're here. I struggle from seasonal depression disorder. I do it from September to May. Lexi, I think, and I'm not you, and you have to do what works for you. I know for me, this is what works for me. I do 10,000 a day. I go to dialysis. Yeah. So, yeah, I get it. Dana, you have to do what works, right? You have to know. I have a light box. Oh, that must help the seasonal depression, right? Have you tried saffron, Lexi? You might do well with saffron. I don't know, but try it. You do take saffron? I love the TikTok shop. Oh, yeah, no, never heard of doing saffron. Well, saffron is good. Some people really have a lot of good, in years, a lot. You're funny. You're funny, Evie. I like you. I'm so glad I met you. I loved watching your live the other night. I would say, for me, this is how I take vitamin D. I take 20,000 milligrams. I start kind of now because, I'm not outside and I work inside all day. I go in when it's dark. I leave when it's dark. So I take 20,000. And then sometimes I'll take vitamin A. I'll push it. But if you take vitamin A, it leaches the vitamin D. So you got to be very careful and balance that. Hey, Pri. But I take 20,000 for like 2 weeks. And then I go down to like 5,000. And then I go down to 1,000. And then I cycle back up. And I usually have good vitamin D levels. That's how I do it. That's just how I do it. I don't know if it's right, wrong, bad, good. I know that it works for me. You have to be careful, and saffron extract is good. It's a capsule. You can buy it by capsule. Do you take K2 also with the vitamin D? I haven't, but I'm going to start because I just heard something that I really liked about the K2. And I have Dr. Mercola's version because it's liposomal, so it works really quick. UVB lights for vitamin D, yes. Apricot seeds are good, but I think, I put apricot seeds in the pile of shilajit, sea moss, what other things? Though, fenbenzanol, ivermectin, all of that, and I want to be very careful what I'm saying. I put that in that category of like the Dr. Sebi category, if you know who that is. What brand of K2 would you recommend? I like the vitamin D3 K2 from Mercola. Right, Natto. Like I put that list in one. Hi, Arlene, Grand Risings. I put that in that category, that pile, right in there. And I say, those are fabulous supplements or things that you can add to your diet that are maybe for acute issues. So, yeah, it's not lagging. They're probably cutting me out. Aged Gouda and some Swiss cheese have K2 as well. That's the way. I would love that. I would love that, but not the best way to get your K2, but yes. Hey, Chelsea. Okay, so what I said is all of those things, and it's probably going to lag again because they don't like you to talk about those, but those seeds, shilajit, seaweed, sea moss, ivermectin, the eye vitamin, medicine, the fenbenzanol, all of those things. I kind of put those in a sort of like a little safe space of what's going on in my body. Do I need them? They're for acute, more like hardcore healing. I don't know if that's really the right way to do it. Yeah, that sounds right. But I don't know. I'm not good with that kind of stuff, Lexi. I just eat it. I just take those vitamins. Thanks for my heart, me. You know what I mean? Like I just take them. I don't think about stuff like that. I know you have to. And if Lauren was here, she could give you a better way to know that. But fat soluble versus water soluble. What were you talking about? The screen was blank for a while. Yeah. So T, they're not letting me say it. They're stopping me. I think folates have to be methylated. I take Vital Nutrient when it comes to that. T, I'm talking about when you eat dried apricots, they're so good. Well, if you use this, then if you take that and put it as a seed, I don't know if that's going to help you out. But I was talking about that. Some of the more controversial things to eat, I add those in that pile. So if you're here for the first time or you're just getting to know me, my name's Chef Liz. I've been working in the organic food and healing space for my entire adult career. I've been eating organic food since I'm 18 years old. I'm 61 now. When I could first start buying food, any idea, I guess, I get gas from hard-boiled eggs. Doing a trial study with Duke, have to eat 4 a day. So B, smelly gas means you're not digesting your food. Non-smelly gas means usually that it's yeast related, if that helps at all. So perhaps eggs don't agree with you, or maybe the sulfur is bothering you. Yeah, Snickers, I believe that. Macular degeneration. So what you want to do is anthocyanins. Anthocyanins comes from berries, that really rich sort of berry liquid. So the more berries you can eat, the better you're going to do. You also, if you can get with a good naturopath, they're going to help you. But if you go to a good independent health food store, make sure they're organic. The berries are organic, right? They're on the Dirty Dozen list. Pomegranate, blueberries. There's also another one, mulberry. Those berries also. The mulberry, thank you, Catherine, for my heart. Dark green, yep. I'm Italian and I grew up in a Jewish neighborhood. So I'm both. Yes, Pre's telling you the truth. So when you do I have an all access pass. It's like $1 a month, $1 a day. And I'm a perfect mix, exactly. A no fish oil due to allergies. So you could we say that's winter chicken dinner. Do you know what that's from? Winter chicken dinner. Do you guys know where that phrase came from? That came from Charlie Sheen at his worst time of his life. And he was on the Howard Stern show saying that. Or he went on like the next day. Hi, Daresh. Thank you for my heart, me. So you guys tap away, tap away. We're already, it's at 9:30. I'm out of here at 10. And I'm going to be doing all the videos for the questions you guys have been asking. Send your daily heart me. Yeah. The Navy, according to some. That is true. I don't know about that, but I know that's where I heard it for the very first time. He was. He was. What vitamins do you recommend? Okay. So Lexi, I love the mega food vitamins. They have, they are free of a lot of, they're not organic, but they're plant-based, non-GMO. They have a lot of good vitamins. I like that brand for a multivitamin. I also love if you find a good functional medicine doctor, they do all your blood tests and they create a vitamin for you. I did that with my functional medicine doctor when I first started with him. He got me for 2 years on my own make your own vitamin, balanced all my nutrition, and it changed my life. Little pricey. I'm going to say it was like $400 for 3 months. But for me, I spend my money on food and supplements. And I'm not judging. 25 minutes left on the clock. Let's go. Woo! All right. Did we make our goal? Do I need to set a new goal? Let me see. Oh no, we have 18 out of 20 on our goal. We need 2 more. 2 more cabbages of love. Thanks for my Go Popular. Okay, we haven't even tapped into our anxiety and depression, but I think this is great. I think you guys have a lot of good questions today. So in my little packet today, I kind of helped you guys for the holidays, for stress relief. And I did this like self-guided mindful chopping exercise in here. You got to check it out. It's going to be great. And also, if you didn't get the Thanksgiving guide yet, you should get it. You're going to also get the recipes for my green bean casserole that we did. It's $10. You can download it in the Stan store. It's really good. It's got a ton of good information. Thank you for my little ghost. He's so cute. And then also, I want to talk about mindfulness. And I just want to say this. I grew up with a mama. It's okay, Daresh. You're doing fine. I grew up with a mama who would have she was crazy when people were coming over. She would like vacuum the living room and the entranceway to the living room with, I would see the beater brush vacuum. And then she would put masking tape over the doorway. And if we crossed over that, oh my God. And she would get herself so filled with anxiety that I don't know how she actually enjoyed the holiday. And for me, I did that in the very beginning when I first had my home and I first started to think about it. Right. Our grandmas were like that too. I mean, she was on her hands and knees washing the floors the night before her family was coming. And I mean, we weren't allowed to breathe in our house. I can't live like that. I called her Donna Reed. Remember Donna Reed with the pearls and the high heel and the fancy dress? Fuck that. I'm not doing that. I can't do it. Yes, we got to breathe. Mindfulness for me is that practice of being focused, non-judgmental, attention to the present moment. Barely 30. Oh, give her a hug. Give her a hug. Couldn't sit in the living room. Who wanted to though, right? There was plastic on the damn couches. We don't want to have that, and And I think, when you focus on those things, right? Focus, non-judgmental, present moment, we can only do what we can. And right? My aunties and grandmother had that, but my mom, thank God, did not. Oh my God, right, Justine? I mean, it was crazy. It was crazy. And I have goosebumps. I don't do that. My house is lived in. And if the people that I invite to my house are going to be judgy and not like the way my house looks, don't come. I don't give a shit. Stay home. I wash my house after everybody leaves, because I don't like shoes in my house. I wear my Crocs all the time, and I don't, or slippers or bare feet. I don't, Monica, angel of mine, I really want to talk about that mindfulness. We have to, that's me also, right? I wash my house. I don't care about having my housekeeper before. I want my housekeeper after people get here, after dirt and grime, after they've trudged through my house, drank, dropped food on the floor, the dogs are laying all over, football, everybody's sitting on the couch watching football. I want my house cleaned after they leave. My couch is vacuumed. I want all the people energy out of my house. That's how I do it. So this holiday season, change it. Change it up. Have that attitude that you are feeding people because that's your love language. And when you are cooking because of stress, that does not help you everywhere, right? I remember it being hot with no air conditioning in Brooklyn and sitting on the couch. And then when you'd get up, you'd have to and you had shorts on or a tank top when you were little, and you'd have to get off the couch and the plastic would stick to you. It would hurt. I like that. I like that, Robin. No dishes matched, used all the cutlery, drank out of juice glasses. I mean, I love a beautiful table. Of course, I'm going to do that with you guys coming up. But I'm saying for you guys that don't judge yourself. Look at food as your love language. Come from a perspective that I'm going to feed my family because I love them. I'm not here to impress them. If they don't like what I'm making, don't come. Don't come. I'm really at that point in my 60s that I don't give a shit anymore. I didn't really give a shit really when I had my daughter at 42. It was way, way easier for me to, get to that point where I'm like, you know what? I'm done with all that. So to reduce that anxiety and chronic stress, try not to be eating a lot of sugar prior. Work on, eating whole grains and fish and, a lot of vegetables while you're planning. Do a lot of planning. What do they say? The lack of planning, piss poor planning makes for, I don't know, some crazy thing they say. But if you sit down now and think about your holiday meal and think about who you want to invite, when you're in the kitchen, mindfulness involves being fully engaged with chopping, the colors of the vegetables that you're using, the smells of the turkey gravy, thank you, Elaine. If you've got kids, you want them to help. You want them to look at the turkey and see how beautiful he is and where did he come from. And, and you talk about, I don't know, maybe even talk about a story of how the Native Americans and, they all sat down to be thankful. Is it true? Probably not, but let's not make our babies panicked and nervous. Let's give them a story that's loving, And I'm not saying ignore what happened or what didn't happen. I'm just saying I want people to come back to kindness and family and why are we having this meal all together? We needed potato peelers, so we gave them that job. Right. So paying deliberate attention to the present experience without distraction or rush. That's what we're looking for when we talk about mindfulness. If you love music, put on a little music in the background. Maybe it's classical, maybe it's, indie music, maybe it's I don't know, jazz. Maybe it's, for me, it's classic jazz. Yeah, count our blessings, right? How did our parents get here? How did our grandmas get here? Maybe you tell a story like I tell my daughter stories of like how when I was 12 years old, I got a newspaper out and I had to pay David M, just in case he's listening. I don't want to push him out. He made me pay $25 for his paper route because it was the best paper route in the neighborhood. And he made $40 a week or $25 a week. So I had to pay for the paper route. You're having a salad today? Good. You don't want any protein in that? What are you putting in that salad? And I tell my daughter, my father and mother, made me a bicycle. And then in the winter, my father made a sleigh that would hold all my newspapers. And I would drag that sleigh up and down a hill delivering newspapers. I made $25 a week for 3 years. Sunday papers was the worst. Hi, Brenda. So, tell a story. Buffalo chicken and corn and tomatoes. That sounds good. When you do that, when the benefits of that mindfulness thinking, you should take activated charcoal if your stomach is turned upside down. Nope, it was Newsday, Long Island Newsday I delivered. It was the daily paper was delivered after school, so from 3 to 4 o'clock in the afternoon and on Sunday mornings. Yeah, it was so fun. And then it improves focus, concentration. It helps people to respond intentionally rather than react. Oh, that's awesome, New York. Good morning, Hotshot. It enhances the enjoyment. You appreciate it more, supports better sleep. So these are all things. So when you're cooking, what does it mean to be mindful? Happiest of Wednesdays to you too. Focus on chopping, stirring, kneading dough, noticing the aromas, the colors, the textures, the fresh ingredients. What does that feel like? Who do you know when they eat that food is going to love it? Whatever. Grandma's coming over and her favorite is your mashed potatoes, or you have watched her make mashed potatoes for so many years, Charge Strike, that now you're going to make them her way and surprise her. What is it that, a family tradition that you've had for Thanksgiving and now you're taking it over? Those are the things that means bringing awareness to every step of the cooking process. Don't just do it because you're like, oh my God, if I don't get this done. Now, how do you do that when you think that the entire Thanksgiving meal has to be prepared on Wednesday after you get home from work and you're up till 2 o'clock in the morning trying to clean and get it done? That is no way to be mindful. And there's no way that you can be happy or calm or relaxed. So take a deep breath. Let's plan it, right? And in this, I have it in my Thanksgiving guide for you guys for $10, or if you do it in the recipe vault, $5 a month. I have it in 2 places. Start planning your holiday meal now. Start planning. Oh, thank you, Erlene. Start planning right now this week. What am I making for Thanksgiving? What are the definites? Like, okay, maybe your family doesn't like turkey, or maybe your family likes turkey and they also like a ham, and you got to have lasagna and a roast beef. Plan all that shit out. Put it down on paper. What can you make ahead of time? Well, I know on Saturday, I'm going to show you how to make turkey stock and drippings instead of making them the night before, and you're going to freeze them so you don't have to deal with that. All right? You're going to learn now. You can even make cranberry sauce this weekend. Cool it down. If you cool it down properly and you put it in a glass mason jar, cranberry sauce can be knocked off your list this weekend. Christmas is 7 fishes. Shut that TV off. The Hot Shot honestly, it's the way to go. You know, also being thankful that you can afford Thanksgiving dinner. Sometimes that really helps. Maybe even if you have a neighbor or somebody that you know is alone for Thanksgiving and you can't really invite them, but you want to make them Thanksgiving dinner, maybe you put that on part of your gratitude list. You know, maybe, you know, I don't know, all of those things like that gratitude of saying, oh my God, I'm so grateful that I can afford to buy a natural turkey that's going to cost me $150. And maybe I'll buy one for the family down the road that can't afford one. I don't know if you can do that. If you can, great. If you can't, don't do it. Or maybe you want to plan to, maybe you take your kids shopping and you go to the local health food store and you buy organic canned ingredients that you can pack for the local food pantry. I know the food pantries are going to be stressed right now because they, yes, yes, hotshot. You know, I guess the SNAP benefits are gonna slow down because the government is shut down. We're not. I don't want to think about the politics of it. I'm thinking about maybe we go to the local health food store and buy organic stuff, organic stuffing mix, organic sweet potato, canned cranberry, you know, good stuff. Maybe even a bag of yams, and you can send them over to the food pantry for people. You know, just giving that little bit of gratitude, I'm telling you, that act alone will give you that mindfulness of loving, loving your neighbor and giving you a little bit of gratitude, love, you know? Hold on. Clean your kitchen now. Straighten out a place that's going to have, you got to come down and take care of the dogs, please. They need to go out right now. He's bugging out. Thank you. You know, make a commitment. If it's hard for you to spend money, maybe each week you buy something. One capsule a week. Now plan your tables. You know, I know Kohl's has a beautiful Thanksgiving stuff. You know, they have napkins and plate and you know, placemats and napkins and ring holders, but they're going to be sold out soon because they come out in like September. They might already have their Christmas stuff out now, but buy that stuff now. Plan your dishes now. Clean your silver now. Get your, you know, break out your dishes that you haven't used all year that are your holiday dishes. Get that shit out now. If you're not going to use your dining room or your place, set that stuff up now. Plan it now so you don't have to do it. Then you don't have to do everything the Wednesday before Thanksgiving. If you have an appetizer that you make in puff dough or that you wrap, most of those can be frozen. And if you don't know for sure, email me or put it in the book of face and we'll go over that. I can say, yep, you can freeze it, freeze it, freeze it, freeze it. You can certainly make extra stock and turkey drippings this weekend. You can absolutely 100% make your cranberry sauce this weekend, cool it down, get a glass mason jar and keep it in your refrigerator and it's going to taste even better. Nothing will happen to your cranberry sauce if you make it this weekend versus the week before. Nothing will happen, I promise you. If you have a soup you love, you could freeze it just so that you can relax. Okay? The only side that I would not make ahead of time is mashed potatoes. That's the only thing, especially if you're making buttered mashed. If you put butter in your mash. I know, I love that. Hotshot, I have a small family too. I don't see my family anymore. My brothers on Thanksgiving, they live away and they have other family that they go to, their wives' families. So I don't really see them. So it's my husband, my daughter, my mom, and then we have friends that we invite. We'll do Friendsgiving on Saturday. Tyler and Janet are coming this year. My door is open. If you're around and you're available and you're free and you want to come for Thanksgiving dinner, I'm an open house on Saturday. Robin, that's so cute. So what I did is I gave you in here a Thanksgiving timeline. Yeah, that's what we do. We invite friends, family. If you're alone on Thanksgiving, come. I don't care. That's the way I do it. I grew up with 20 people in my house for Thanksgiving, 25 people in my house. Now it's, 6. It's okay. I have all of you guys now. You're gonna be cooking Thanksgiving all week. You want to see stress? You're gonna be like, holy shit, how did she do it? So 2 or 4 weeks before, plan your menu and your guest list, confirm all your dietary restrictions. And, guests want to bring things. If you don't mind that, let them bring stuff. I don't like it. I like to cook the whole meal. But if it helps you stay calm, do it. Check your kitchen equipment and your serving dishes and your tableware. Get that all settled now. You can set your table. My mom, I think that's one thing I liked about what she did. She set her table and then, masking taped across the entranceway. If we don't have a dining room here, but I'll know what my table setting is, and I will most likely set my table because I'm cooking all week and I won't have time. I will set my table, because my Thanksgiving is on Saturday because I work on Thanksgiving Day for a family that I adore. And that family that I've brought you guys to for catering, it's my second year doing their Thanksgiving dinner. I can't say no. They're just too good a client and so lovely to work for. So I do their Thanksgiving dinner. So Saturday's mine. But I'll probably set my table either Friday or I'll set it the Friday before because I won't be here. Put the plates upside down. Not important to me because I don't have to. But if you're doing it, you could set the table Sunday, Monday. Don't stress yourself and set the table on Wednesday night. You don't have to leave it all for Wednesday. Your soup and your gravy and your cranberry and some of your appetizers can be done. Oh, wait, hold on. Let me get to that. So that's 2 to 4 weeks. 1 to 2 weeks before, non-perishable groceries, decorations. You can buy all your drinks. If you drink wine or alcohol, you can buy all that ahead of time. All your supplies. 1 to 2 weeks before, you can roast all your turkey parts and drippings in stock. I'm going to do that this weekend with you guys so you know how to do it, so you can do it beforehand. You can make and freeze your pie crusts. You can make bread for your stuffing 1 to 2 weeks before. You can prepare your fresh cranberry sauce. You can, depending on your appetizers, like I said, you can prep them ahead of time and freeze them the weekend before. So Sunday, you can deep clean your refrigerator so that you can reorganize for incoming groceries or all the fresh food you're going to make. So throw all that old shit out. Get rid of it. Put it in your outside refrigerator if you need to. Roast it, shop for all your fresh ingredients and any beverage like a cold, refrigerated beverage. If you're using a frozen turkey, which I would prefer you not, but if that's what you can afford and get and that's what you like, start thawing it out. Don't thaw it out in the garage. Thaw it out in your refrigerator if you can. Much better. Sunday, you can prepare nuts, hard goods like mushrooms, all your squashes, your yams, not your regular Yukons or russets. Don't do those. Yeah. No. Now we're into the week before. Be the best. Have a great day, Lamb Chop. We're in the Saturday before. The Monday, if you're doing compound butters, you can do them on Monday. If you're brining your turkey, you could start brining it on Monday. Make any salad dressings or vinaigrettes. If you're too afraid to make your stuffing mix 2 to 4 weeks out, you can do it on Monday if it makes you feel better. On Tuesday, you could prep some of your fruits. Figs and berries, I'd wait. Oranges, you could slice oranges. The kids make grateful notes and hand out papers so everyone writes what they're grateful for. Love that, Robin. That's a great tradition. You can make your pies on Tuesday. You can make cheesecake on Monday or Tuesday. You could make your cheesecake and pies on Sunday. You could. It's not going to hurt them. Do you think bakeries don't do that? If you're using good, clean, yummy ingredients, it is okay. I'm telling you, you got to store them well. You have to have a nice cold refrigerator to store them in. But if you want to wait till Monday or Tuesday, please do it. Don't wait till Wednesday. Don't stay up till 2 o'clock in the morning killing yourself, unaliving yourself. Yes, if you have a second fridge, it definitely comes in handy. Wednesday, stuffing, put it in your casserole dish, peel your mashed potatoes and put them in water overnight. It's the only side that I would not make ahead is mashed potatoes, unless you make it so that the top gets like burnt or, like how you have that toasted top. That's fine. But other than that, no. Stuffing's my favorite part. I know. We made stuffing on Monday night. You got it? Make it easy on yourself. Thanksgiving morning, take your turkey out an hour or 2 hours. I would say 2 hours before your roasting time. I do not stuff my turkey. We made stuffing. Please watch the video on YT, how you make stuffing with turkey drippings so that you don't have to spend 4 or 5 hours roasting a turkey to get to one. That's the right hot shot. It's actually better for the algorithm that you leave and come back in, after 15 or 20 minutes. So 2 hours before you're going to roast your turkey, take it out. And in the Thanksgiving guide, I give you an entire chart, how long you roast a turkey for and the temperature. I do not recommend stuffing your turkey. If you have enough drippings and turkey stock, you don't need to do that. You get that flavor. Put all your remaining sides together. Start roasting your turkey. I say factor in 13 to 15 minutes per pound. But if you want to see the, exact timing and a way to roast your turkey, you can check in the turkey guide. $10. It's good. It takes you through in detail. Do I ship meals? No, not anymore. I used to do that when I had my home delivery. So, 1 to 2 hours before dinner, you can reheat your casseroles and sides. You can carve your turkey and add your drippings and gravy. Lamb chop, I will be on Friday morning. Tomorrow I'm going to a wedding. Friday I'm going to be doing some things. What about putting apple, onion, and herbs inside the turkey? Yeah, you could do that. I just wouldn't stuff it with bread stuffing because in order for that to be fully cooked, you have to get it to 185. To do that, your turkey breast is going to be dried out. And if you're cooking a frozen turkey and stuffing it, it just is so yucky to me. And then you have to brine it. So at what point are you eating a turkey? You're soaking it in brine. That's me. I'm being judgy. Sorry, I'm usually not. We're going to cook a turkey soon. Right? I showed you how to watch for the video. I think it might be up tonight or tomorrow. If you turn on your notifications in YT, it will help. Okay? And then, it's nice to carve your turkey and how I would do it is have everything ready 1 hour before you're going to serve and then reheat a little bit. I'm going to show you how to do that the right way. I'm going to teach you if you roast your turkey, if you roast your turkey the way that I teach you, you could have an 17 pound, 16 to 18 pound turkey roasted in about 3 hours. Thanks for the follow, Suki. And then I show you how to warm it in the oven. You still have your crispy skin. It's succulent and juicy, and everything comes hot on the table. But you just have to let go and relax and not be so stressed out. I'm going to talk you through Thanksgiving, and you guys are going to love me up after Thanksgiving and be like, I listened to you and it was my most relaxing, calm Thanksgiving ever. And if you I'm thankful for you too, Joan. So, this is all of this can be downloaded from at my Stan store. To get to your anxiety reducing foods, you Kitchen Pharmacy today, you can join the vault. It's $5 a month, less than a price of a cup of coffee. You can download for $10 my Thanksgiving guide, and with that you'll get also the what do you call it? Green bean casserole recipes. And I have on there the fried onion, and I have on there the condensed mushroom soup. So you're making it fresh. You could make that green bean casserole on Monday night. Wrap it up, put it in a nice cold refrigerator, and it will be fine. You don't have to make everything on Wednesday and lose your mind. If you guys live near me, I'd say just order from me. We make everybody's Thanksgiving sides on Tuesday. I make all the gravy and soups on Sunday. And at my shop, yeah. I make the cranberry sauce on Friday or Saturday before Thanksgiving. Snickers, nothing's going to happen. Think about this. The flavors have more time to marry. Now, I'm going to say to you, we sell out. We like to sell 100 turkeys, and I roast 30 of them. And people have to buy Thanksgiving dinner in order for me to roast their Thanksgiving turkey, because I don't think it's fair for people that want dinners, and then I'm roasting all these turkeys, but everybody wants to make their sides. Because I think if you're making your sides, roast your damn turkey. Your house will smell delicious. I'm such a jerk. That's spicy chef talking. You got to relax. People say it's the best Thanksgiving food they've ever had when we cook for them. We love spicy. I have to be careful. People know me. So now everybody's going to stay calm. Slow down. You're cooking because it's your love language, not because it's your turn to cook for the family. You're cooking because it's your love language. You don't have to impress your friends and family that are coming. They love you. And if they don't love you, stay the fuck home. I'm lucky. I never had to impress my sister-in-laws. They're good women. I love them. I love my brother's wives. They're kind, fun. We love each other. We have such a good time together. So Bridge, yes, you have to pre-order. However, and my Thanksgiving menu's out. Do you guys want me to post my Thanksgiving menu? I'll post it in my the Book of Face. It's 2 pages, 2 legal pages long. Hi, Farah. Yes, joke, playing poker. We play May I. That gets a little rough. We do get a little, out of hands when we play May I, but um, I'm going to tell a story. One of my younger brother's wife, who I adore, they're both foodies. They love to cook fancy food, and they're good at it. Um, when her kids were little, I mean little, like under, let's see, her her baby son was 4, and then the littlest one might have been 2, or maybe 3 and 5, maybe 3 and 5. It was her turn. No competitive. Oh yeah, cards. All bets are off in my house. Everything else is loving. We have a list of things we don't talk about. Politics, religion, no, that's not allowed. And then everything else is fun. No politics, no religion. So, and then as things get crazier during the night, we put shit on the list. We're like, put it on the list, put it on the list. And and we just have a good time. But this one Christmas Eve, we went to their house for Christmas Eve, and the babies were little, and they were all of their recipes. They had a stack of magazines on the counter, and my brothers both had little kids. I didn't have a kid yet, and they had a stack of magazines that they were cooking from, and they had papers in all the magazines. So as each course came up, they were like reading the magazine and cooking. It was so stressful for her. I felt so bad, and I was like, well, how can I help? And usually on holidays, my family doesn't make me cook because they know I've catered all week. So if it's not my turn or my holiday to cook for, I don't have to cook. So I remember it was getting late. They were a little behind. Everybody was starting to get a little hungry. And now it was time to put their kids to sleep. So I thought I was helping, and I said, oh, I'll put the kids to sleep for you. And she was like, no, I want to do it, because it was, Christmas Eve night. So she wanted to read and start their traditions. So she said, will you cook for me? Will you start dinner for me? And I was like, sure, I'll start dinner for you. And they handed me a stack of magazines. And I looked at the magazines and I was like, fuck this. So I looked it up and I found the picture that went with each recipe, looked at it, read the ingredients, and I said, all right, I'm going to just start cooking from the picture and the list of ingredients. But it was like, so that was one of like, a core memory of my, my sister-in-laws and stuff. So it's so fun. And she came down and says, I think that Christmas Eve, we probably ate around 11 o'clock, 11:30. And my other brother had like 10 and 11-year-olds. And they were out of their minds waiting for, foofy food. Because they were cooking out of like Bon Appetit and Food and Wine and Epicurious, like real fancy nonsense. And I find those recipes and those magazines are never spot on. I have a mom, that don't have something but want to say something. Oh, Daresh, come on. All right, you guys got it? Saturday morning, we're going to do kitchen hacks. I'm going to show you how you get your drippings and how we've done gravy already, but I'm going to show you stock, and I want you to see that now so you're ready and you can make it ahead of time and freeze it so there's no stress. Any last minute questions? Remember, breathe. It's sugar season, so the less stress we have, the more chance of getting sick. The less chance of getting sick. Oh, I hope they helped, Hotshot, honestly. We'll talk more about it. Remember, cooking Thanksgiving dinner for your friends and family is your love language. You don't want it to be your stress language. Right? We want it to be happy and joyful and loving, non-judgmental, all of those things. Thank you, Irma. Even with my New York accent. That's very kind and very loving, and I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Yeah, Saturday morning, 10 o'clock will be my next live thank you, Char Strike. I can smell those beautiful flowers. Don't forget to claim your points. Did we make our goal? I never reset it. Let me see, did it work? Oh, we didn't, but that's okay. Next time. That's the best thing I hear today. Thank you, Martha. The tryptophan in turkey calms everyone. That is true, Robin. Yeah, when things get hot and heavy, just shove turkey in their pie hole. Oh, Farah, you can freeze leftover gravy. The only thing that you might have to do is re-whisk it when you go on the reheat. Have your best day too, Erlene. Also, keep in mind, Farah, I wouldn't make gravy ahead of time, but I would make the stock and drippings ahead of time. Those you can freeze. The gravy I would not make, because once you make that slurry, if you freeze it, it gets a little like gloppy, and then sometimes it's harder to re-thin it out correctly. So I would make the stock and the drippings like this weekend and throw them in the freezer. Thanks for all your love. Thank you Char Strike for the hand heart. Yes, we're doing a leftovers class for sure. Cranes. Hi, Susan. All right, my loves, have a wonderful day. Don't forget, DJ glasses. Woo, woo, woo. Listen, Mr. DJ. Oh, Hotshot, that's so nice. Thank you for all those lovely blessings. Hi, Madeline. We just finished our stress relieving Thanksgiving. Thank you from my heart. Don't forget to claim all those points. Good morning. All right, I will see you guys all on Saturday morning. Don't forget, our kitchen hack's gonna be all about making drippings and stock. All right, it's gonna be awesome. Have a wonderful day. Thanks for joining me today. Don't forget to check out the Stand Store. Download your copy of the what is that thing called? Oh, the Thanksgiving Survival Guide. It is awesome, super detailed. And then you can get your anxiety packet in the recipe vault. Have a wonderful day. Thanks for all your support. Claim your points. Don't forget. Thank you. All right, signing off.